How you doing, KP brother? Rooster brother, Blackbird sister. How's everybody doing today? How you doing, Survival Buzz? Good to see you, brother. What's up, Tim Skelton? You're one of my old timers. Y'all go check out Survival Buzz's channel. How you doing, Teresa? Hi, Camo. Ain't no cure for the summertime blues. That's right, buddy. Timber Drifter Outpost. How you doing, brother? Teresa? How you doing, Jeff Mincy? Everybody staying warm out there? I'm getting ready to, this is my old cat tourniquet pouch that I was talking about a couple days ago. See how it's got a hole in it there, and the back's been ripped. I've sewed it back together a couple times. I'm not going to take it all apart and redo it. I'm just going to put some patches on it. This is some old duffel bag material. It's pretty tough stuff. You double it up, it makes real good material for gear. How you doing, Widow? Hope you're doing good down there. Hope you and that other woman are staying out of trouble. You're both a couple of troublemakers. I'm just shitting you. Hey, Sean. That's like a Thelma and Louise mix. You getting you and Bug Out together. What's up, Gen X? My brother. Hi, Devil Dog. Hope you're doing well, brother. Nope, there's that other troublemaker, Bug Out. Hi, Karam. From Paris. Hell yeah. Yeah, as soon as I heard Bug Out was at your place, I had this vision of Thelma and Louise in my head. I was like, oh shit. She's gonna get fucking crazy down there in Alabama. Howick details. New Mexico, hell yeah. I don't know all the details, Bug Out, but I think you've made some decent choices here in the last few weeks. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Not taking sides, I'm just saying. That's just my opinion. Mississippi. How you doing, C103, brother? Hi, Franny. I missed yours in there. So what y'all all doing today? Is that light too bright right here? Let me know if it is. I'll shut it off if it is. Hi, Leslie. How you doing, Dark Wanderer? Good to see you. You from Russia? Hell yeah, Survival Buzz. How you doing, Gee Guy? Trying to catch everybody. Smoking bud all day today. I'm getting ready to get busy with it myself here. I had some a little earlier over on Hutch's live stream. I don't usually smoke that early before I have my coffee, but it's good to smoke with a brother. You can't be together with him. You got to do it on the live stream, you know. Space Grass, yeah. Yeah, I listened to that song, Gen X. Cleaning up some land and building, hell yeah. Making a new handle for my tomahawk. Rock on, brother. You got to do a video on that. Jack Sparrow in the flesh. How you doing, Harry? How you doing, Kid Boo? Yeah, I'll get busy with it when I get done with this cigarette. Can't waste a cigarette. Ain't nothing wrong with a good cigarette once in a while. How you doing, David? There's that Joe Morgan, that infamous man whore. Got dinner on the stove, homemade chili, and all the ingredients grown on my land. Hell yeah, Devil Dog. That's the way it's supposed to be done. Y'all go subscribe to Devil Dog. He's a United States Marine, and he's been fighting cancer, and he needs to grow over there so he can get some stuff accomplished on his channel. Y'all go help him out. Go help each other out. Go sub to everybody. Hell yeah, C103. C103's been around on this channel a long time, too. He's an old timer here. Can you say something for me? That's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. Say something for me. Say, that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. How's that? Take it easy, Buzz. Good to talk to you, brother. Turn Logan K. I can't read that. Sorry, brother. Yar, mateys. I got the Stone Cold accent. Yeah, God is good all the time, that's for sure. Hey, you're a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio too, brother. I am a pirate. Yeah, Joe, they were innocent before they met you. I'm willing to bet that. Joe's a good dude. I'm just giving him shit. Oh yeah, Camo Carl. I was down at Hutch's and there was 4 of us there, and 3 of the 4 that was there were Scorpios, and 1 of them had the same birthday as me. How awesome is that shit? Miss you. Hell yeah, KP. It's like there's a subconscious fucking telepathic thing. I always run into Scorpios. It's like they congregate, you know? It's like a congregating of spirits. Greetings from Russia. Good to see you, Dark Wanderer. What's up? David in his Hulk Hogan voice. Hey, Alex. There's another Scorpio. No, I'm from northern Missouri. How you doing, Loretta? Joe's living the dream, I tell you what. Yeah. There's Kentucky. How you doing, brother? He's been around for a long time on this channel. Scotland. That's where my family's from, Scotland. Well, I'm patching on a my old cat tourniquet pouch. I'm gonna patch this hole, and I'm gonna patch this back here where it got tore with some old duffel bag material. It's pretty tough stuff. Double it up, and it's really good stuff. We'll forgive you, Kentucky, for being Irish, but that's the next best thing to being Scottish. I'm Scottish and native. Well, it's a good mix. Aberdeen. I still got family in Aberdeen. Well, see, Joe, there's something good about you. My accent, it's kind of a blend of everything. I'm from South Carolina originally, and been up here in Missouri for 30 some years. I've been all over the country, all kinds of different places. So my accent's just a little blend of everything, I think. Sometimes when I'm drinking, the southern accent will start coming back and coming out real heavy. Oh, yeah, widow, get it done. Happy birthday, Teresa. Bless you, and may you have many more, lady. This is a new strain. I call it Mac strain. There was some yeah, I'm a misplaced Appalachian mountain man. I forgot. Somebody asked a question. I done forgot what it was. I apologize. A little dabble, do you? Yeah. Oh, the strain. Last year there was 4 different strains, and one of them was Jack the Ripper. And Jack the Ripper had one branch that morphidited and pollinated the other 3. And this is a cross between Jack the Ripper and Alien Candy, I believe it was. My lower back issues, it done wonders helping my lower back issues, but it's not doing nothing for my upper back. I got to find that strain that's going to work for my upper back, y'all. How you doing, Crazy Trees? Well, the doctor's saying it's arthritis, but I think the doctor's full of shit because I think it's a bad alignment is what I think it is, and it hurts down the right side and to a rib that comes around. That rib starts hurting, it's miserable. I got a pretty high pain tolerance. How you doing, Santy? Lay on a bowl and roll back and forth. Yeah, I need to get me another ball. AK-47, Franny, that's the shit, I guess. I've never tried it. I want to try some. Which one was it, David? Same Kim juice. I missed what you was talking about there, David. If you put a name up, throw it in there again. Gorilla Glue helps me out. I'll look into that too, Rooster. The lowrider strain. Okay. I'll try to remember all this, y'all. AK Gorilla Glue, the lowrider strain. I got to try some AK-47. It's my favorite weapon anyway. Yeah, I mean, I've tried some edibles. They didn't come from a dispensary. I got friends that make some, and I liked them pretty well. I did make some tea about a month ago, trying to work on my pain because I was out of. This is back before I went to the doctor. I was eating a lot of ibuprofen and Tylenol, and I put about an eighth in the basket of my little perk pot. You know, it's only about that tall, and made a hell of a tea out of it. And I drank it all that night, and it didn't do shit for the pain, but I laughed all night long. Everything that I seen was funny. It's almost like I done mushrooms or something. You've done too much of the shit for brain strains. Well, take it easy, Kentucky. Good to see you, brother. Kim juice. Okay, that's the name of it. All right. I'll look into it. Yeah, I like that tea I made. I need to make some more. Okay, I'm going to definitely look into the AK strain. AK strain and Kim juice. Yeah, I laughed till I went to sleep that night. I don't think I've laughed that much since back in the 80s when I was young. Rosa Parks. Is that a brand or the actual Rosa Parks? Isn't she the one that made the stand and walked back to the or rode the bus or whatever? Yeah, I admire her. Brother, this is a bodacious eye patch. Respect. Thank you, Jordan Wolf. I made this one. It fits my face pretty good. I wore them bigger ones that you buy at the store for years, and you know, they get sweaty, and then when they dry out, you can see the salt streaks in it, and they get smelly, and uh, you wash them out, and they only last 2 or 3 weeks if you're out sweating every day because you have to wash them so much they lose all their form and shit. And I've got a bunch of them, and I got tired of buying eye patches, so I made one out of leather, and it works pretty good. Girl Scout cookies. I think I've tried that one. Yeah, I need to make some edibles. I've got plenty to make some with. I got an 18-gallon tote plus a bunch of jars and shit just clear full of bud from this last year. How you doing, Prepper for the Ages? Good to see you. Yeah, the eye patches. Well, this is, I don't know, at least 7 or 8 years old information. They was only like $4 a piece, but it's just a pain having to go buy them all the time, and I'm not always good at remembering I need a new one. So then something comes up and I need a new, you need to wear a nice eye patch, and I ain't got one. So I've been wearing this one for, I don't know, probably 3 years. Oh yeah, Timber Outpost. I'm glad it's legal here. I'm from north central Missouri there, Jordan. Where'd you say you was from again? Yeah, I don't know whenever I go live if it puts me in all chat or top chat. I haven't found that option on there yet to select which one. I'm assuming it's in all chat. I have no idea. You're in Southern Illinois. That's cool. Yeah, you ought to hang out with us. We're building a pretty good network of people here in Missouri and the surrounding border regions. Well, when it's not legal, you just got to go ahead and do what you got to do. I always did. It's Irish. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how far behind the rest of the world is with the weed laws. I got a son in the Philippines, and that's one of the reasons I won't move there. You can't have weed, you can't own a gun. I really don't have a desire to live over there. And I've done my due diligence to try to get him here, and that didn't work out. So it is what it is. Hi, Henry. I'm in north central Missouri. What part are you from? Used to live around Hannibal. It's a nice little area. Yeah, same here, Carl. I've never been one to ask permission. If I think it's okay and morally okay for me to do, I go ahead and do it. England or UK? Hell yeah. Forbidden Zittles. I'll check out that too. Yeah, thankfully, Joe, with all my fornicating and running around, I don't have that many kids. In fact, my son in the Philippines is actually the only kid I got. My wife and daughter were killed by a drunk driver 15 years ago. It's coming up on the anniversary date of that. Notch, okay. Forbidden Notch. 50 years of puff. I started when I was about 14 or 15. I'm 54, so I got 40 years. But you're like a decade or so older than me. I'm guessing. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. How you doing, Milher? Oh, it's all right. There's Missouri Survival. Good to see you, brother. Yesterday was your birthday, Kentucky. There's none of your business. It's legal here in Missouri, Nunya. Thank you, widow. Thank you. Thank all of you for your kind words. It took me about 4 years to get work through it to where I could kind of function normal. But it worked out. I learned a lot in them 4 years of depression and stuff. I learned a whole lot about myself, changed a whole lot about myself. Came to some conclusions I didn't like the man who I used to be. Thank you, Loretta. I love you too. Yeah, sometimes it takes time, Gen X. We're all a little different there. Some heal faster, some heal slower. Ain't nobody's business how long it takes you to heal. This is old Max strain. It was a cross between Jack the Ripper and Alien Candy from last year. I don't know if there's an actual strain out there that was from that, but I call it old Max strain. Thank you, David. Yeah, I've got a 18-gallon tote clear full. I got like a 2.5-gallon jar that's full. A bunch of quarts, pints, half pints. Still got 8 ounces from last year. I'm not going to run out in my lifetime. Yeah, somebody I know on here grew some Mac 1 this year. Yeah, I'm not the same for sure, Rooster. You told me earlier what you was cooking, Joe, and I forgot what it was. One thing to learn about all that is widow's right. That's TWD. She's a widow. A person has to heal and get to that point where they're not looking for that person to fill that void, because then you end up in bad relationships, and it's very important to get healed before you go and start messing around with other people. I think that was my experience. Everybody I tried to fill that void fucked me over. Hell yeah, ham and mac and cheese. What's up, twins? How you doing? How you doing, Jonathan? I'm in north central Missouri, Jonathan. That's the way I like to deliver it, bug out. Truthful or nothing else. I'll keep my mouth shut if I can't speak the truth. Liars really offend me. How you doing, Steph? Take care, Nunya. Stay safe out there in California. Don't burn up. How you doing, Shepherd Sheep? Absolutely, Rooster. I'd give my life for my old dog. I'm in a survivalist outpost. It's a 3-story building that I built. Built it all out of scrap and recycled stuff. My walls, as you can see, them are logs. I used mulberry, black cherry, walnut, cedar. I think that's about the extent of it. I ripped them down with live edge, and that's what I do my walls with. I'm going to do my ceilings with it, too. I got insulated ceilings, but I don't have the inside cover for it yet. I got a bunch of logs I got to rip up my chainsaw. Things have been a little tight this winter, so I haven't had the extra chainsaw gas to do all that. I'm not e-bagging you. I don't need nobody to send me nothing. Wow, that's a lot of money there, Jonathan. Everything comes in good time. There's Sophia. Hi, Billy. Hi, SpongeBob. No, I use my 660 steel and I just eyeball it all. Most of the time I cut from the top, and cut it into slabs. I got a video back from, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago where I done some black cherry out here. And they all turned out pretty good. And the boards aren't perfect. I mean, they're not. Sometimes one side might be that wide and the other side that wide. And I just hang them anyway. Gives it the uniqueness of what I'm looking for. It's a survivalist outpost. Kind of the concept is, all right, I've been a survivalist since 1984. And I really, honestly, y'all, I figured years ago this all would have fell apart and went post-apocalyptic. It hasn't, thank God. And I mean, to a point. But I always wanted to build a survivalist outpost in a post-apocalyptic type world. And I started building this in 2016. I got most of the framework up, and then I left for a couple of years and went to the Carpenters Union up north and worked and made some good money. And then I come back here in 2018. I went to Syria after I left the Union. I was over there for 8 weeks, helping the Kurds and went to the Philippines. That's when my son was conceived. And so basically, my dream is to build me a survivalist outpost, so that's what I'm doing. I don't have to wait for the apocalypse to build one, is the way I look at it. I'm trying to set everything up on an old fashioned hand crank standard, or stuff like that. My sewing machine here I just bought. That sewing machine's pretty badass. I know it, Jonathan. I've thought about that. And yeah, it'd be a fun life and all. I don't think I would do well in the Philippines. That's right, Devil Dog. I don't think I have the personality to live somewhere where the government's so heavy-handed. I really don't. You can end up in trouble in the Philippines pretty easy if you're a foreigner. Thank you, Shuriken Zone. Greetings from Missouri. You're welcome to come around anytime you want. It's okay, dog. Just chill. Just hold on. Hey, y'all give me just a second. I gotta go throw a piece of wood in the stove. No, I haven't made any lanterns lately, Bug Out. I've got a couple that I started last year when I was doing lanterns, and I haven't finished them. I need to get back to do that. Yes, I fully intend to, Billy. What? Reba Fluff? I've never heard that before. Thank you, Billy. Reba, I'm going to have to just say I'm not sure that's true. I'd have to see proof of that. I'm sorry, Billy. Yeah, this is something I'm going to try to work on this year. Some of the things I make, like my axes and my lamps, my lanterns, and my gear. I am going to try to start marketing that. I just got to figure out how I'm going to get it set up. Muffin Top, Muffin Top. What you up to there, son? Hope you're doing well out there in Nebraska. This is my Firehawk. This is the pliers holder that goes on the handle. Got my hands full. I gotta get that cigarette out of my mouth. This axe is all made out of all salvage stuff. I didn't remake an axe. This is all stuff out of a scrap pile. See that edge? That is the original edge that I put on it when I made it 4 or 5 years ago. And I have chopped through car hoods and washing machines and car doors, and that edge isn't even hardly hurt. I made this section right here is out of a leaf spring, like a 5-ton truck leaf spring, and it's pretty stout. I put the exoskeleton on the handle so you don't end up breaking the handle out when you're using it for prying. I got a bunch of stuff like that. Thank you, everybody. You've been around a long time, Timber. That was at least 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, I made a bunch of other axes too. I sold some there for a while. The axes take a long time finding parts. If you have everything together right there, it doesn't take really that long. But finding the right pieces, and it's the same with everything. It takes quite a bit of while, quite a bit of time finding the right stuff. And I can't charge man hours on it because it would just be impossible for anybody to buy if I did that. I sold 2 of these 4 or 5 years ago for $150 a piece. And I probably had $300 worth of time in it. And I just didn't sell that much. I don't know. I don't want to have to charge that much for stuff. But I think the stuff I do with the sewing machine and the lamps, I can put them out at a reasonable rate for people. Kind of gives everything that post-apocalyptic feel in a way. The ice pick. I don't know what you're talking about, Joe. I've showed this before. This is a knife I made. They had the Arkansas toothpick. I call this the Missouri toothpick. It's probably I forget how long it is. It's probably 20 inches. 19.5 inches. I made it out of a lawnmower blade. It's got a hedge handle. That's what that axe had in it too, is a hedge handle or Osage orange. That stuff never rots, and it's a pretty wood. It turns a yellowish orange. Mulberry does the same thing. Mulberry and hedge look almost identical inside with their coloring. Beautiful woods. That's why I used it on my some of my walls. This wall here behind me is black, the wild black cherry. Yeah, I like that Osage orange, Sophia. I'm really surprised it hasn't been marketed more over the 200 and some years we've been in this country. They use it a lot here for fence posts because it doesn't rot. It'll last 100 years in the ground. It takes a long time for it to rot down. But as far as wood projects, the beauty of it, yeah, I'm really surprised there isn't more uh, marketing of it. I got to finish this knife. I got to get some rivets. That was the only bolts I had. They was some flathead bolts. This thing's pretty badass, and it throws real good too. I'm not done with the sheath. I just started making the sheath a couple weeks ago after I bought this sewing machine. I used this stuff here. It's corrugated plastic that comes on the rolls of fiber optic, and I saved a bunch of it. It's got an R value of 4. I used it to line my walls with behind this wood, but I use it on my projects. That's what I made the inner sheath out of for this knife. It gives it the retention. The camo's EDRL. It's an old school jungle camo. You're probably familiar with that camo, Carl. There's Privateer hobbling around on his peg leg. Don't let him lie to you. He has a peg leg, y'all. He carved it out himself in his wood shop. He does wood videos. Go check him out. He's from Maryland, but we will forgive him for that. Don't lie, you're not wearing a moon boot. He's got a peg leg, y'all. Are they hedge, Rooster? Thank you, Bug Out. Pimp cane, yeah. Joe's a pimp for sure. He's a man whore. Don't let him fool you. We talk in private, and I'm not going to divulge all the information, but yeah, that hedge lasts forever, Rooster. I like it. Yeah, you better be saying hi to everybody, Privateer. I know Privateer too. We talking the off the internet. Yeah, I can't release any information on Joe. It would be just too much for the world to handle, I do believe. Not to mention violating the privacy thing, between brothers. Exactly, Bug Out. He gives it away, but he gets other things and benefits out of it. So Yeah, I don't want to see any pictures, Joe. I read your text and it's just like, Lord have mercy. He is a dog. How you doing, Diddy Oil? Yeah, One-Eyed Willie. I did find Goonies on one of my pirate apps that plays movies yesterday. I searched them all here about a month ago, and I couldn't find it, and I found it yesterday. I got to watch about half of it. Joe's kind of got him a captive audience there where he's at. Considering most of the derelicts around him, he's probably the only option they have. And Jessica Smith, quit texting me. I don't know who you are or how you got my number. I have no idea who that is. I've been getting texts from him for the last 3 or 4 days. Well, hope it works out for you, privateer. Or get your leg fixed first. I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is on the internet. I know who I've gave my number to. I don't know if it's somebody from YouTube or some fucking hacker or who it is. So I just threw it out there in case they're on here. Fuck you. Yeah, block them. I guess I could block the number. You're right. I get it now. Sorry, I'm a little slow there, Billy. Yeah, they very well could be, privateer. I don't get crazy with the blocking thing. That's one of the things I've been wondering too, Sophie, if it's spam. I'll let things ride for a little while because sometimes things shake out and you can find out who it is. Thank you, Billy. Love you too. Hi, Sassy. How you doing today, sister? I'll move the body tonight. Hell yeah, Steph. There are people here on the internet that will contact you just to try to get your private information. Just be well aware of that. I've ran into a couple of people on here. And if it proves out what I think, I seen this thing years ago in Mexico. Somebody had gotten buried, and the only thing showing out of the ground was this part of their face, their eyes. And when they found them, of course, the coyotes and everything else had their way with them. And I thought, what a gruesome way to go. You know, these wild animals sitting there gnawing on you while you're still alive. And the eyeballs would be real easy for something to dig out. Not trying to gross anybody out, but I want to make some pouches like this year. This is the old com block pouch. I mean, it won't be in that camo pattern, but I like the design. I want to make some of these and make survival kits with like a Sawyer Mini in it and some fire starter and, just some basic stuff that you can cram tight into one of them. Thought I might try to sell some stuff like that. Maybe a Gen 7 cat tourniquet. You can end up tying up a lot of cash in just the ingredients in one, so I'm not sure how that would work. I'd have to just make a couple and see if I could sell them. I mean, honestly, if somebody wants to make an eye pack, it's easier to make your own eye pack than it is to buy one. You think it'd be useful, Sassy? Thank you for the feedback on that. Yeah, kind of like the Columbia necktie, Steph. So bug out, did you get rid of your place in Texas? That's right, KP. Be thankful to even be alive every morning when you wake up. Whether you're hurt, whether you're miserable, whether you're depressed, that's one thing you can do is be thankful you woke up. California olive groves have some gruesome shit to barbed wire stretch. Yeah, I get that way when I eat too much, Joe. I just get lazy as hell. I try not to eat a whole lot during the day just so it don't slow me down. Some days I give in to my vices. Old granddad, he's been smoking for 50 some years. He's 71, and he's smoking on some real skunky stuff that they grew this year, and it's some mind warper. When I hang out with him, I don't get much done the rest of the day. They smoke heavy like Hutch does, though. You know, they can sit there and smoke a whole joint by themselves. And I've smoked for years, but I'm not that kind of smoker. I can do it. I've hung out with Hutch. It'll put you through the workout. Yeah, mind warper. Yeah. Yeah, my back issue started before I went to Hutch's, and I coughed. I was already had a bad cough when I went down there, and I coughed so much that weekend. So I'm blaming Hutch for my back right now. He made me smoke all that. Yeah, I get you, bug out. That's a big thing nowadays. People are full of deception and lies. Yeah, we're blaming Hutch for all that. Well, sometimes you just have to man up, privateer. If you ever come out here to free America in Missouri, you'll have to man up and smoke like a man. Hi, Shorty. Hi, Aid. How are you, brother? Aid's from the mother country, across the great big pond. Are you here in the States now, Aid, or are you back over home? It's here. It's here. What's here, Joe? I know, right, Sassy? I've got a rib messed up, privateer, and I still cough. Coughing's one of the hardest things on it. So man up there, buddy. His spike knife thing. I don't know what that is. His spike knife thing. Yeah, he is like a kid at Christmas. He's a rolling machine. Are we still talking about Hutch, I guess? Yeah, we ought to hook up sometime, Rooster. We're not really that far apart. I'm kind of immobile at the moment. You're in the big T. Gotcha, Aid. Well, thanks for outing him there, privateer. I knew you'd been down there in Texas, but I didn't know if you went back or what. I don't get on YouTube all the time, so I haven't seen anything. Yeah, I think when I was coughing that weekend, I think that's what set off the rib. It's not really Hutch's fault. It's just fun to blame him. I got you, Joe. That's right, privateer. You know it. Well, somebody suggested in Hillbilly's live stream yesterday morning that I ought to get like a corset, and I've thought about that, but I didn't want to. I don't want to actually go buy a corset. Me and Privateer was talking last night. I think I'm gonna make one. I don't want to end up having a heart attack someday or a car wreck or something and then they find me with a fucking corset on and start saying weird shit about me because I'm not a cross dresser. So I'm gonna make one that's kind of post-apocalyptic that I can put on either under my shirt or over my shirt. How you doing, Ups? I missed your name, but I seen somebody say hi to you. Yes, Meeks. I like hunting. Everybody say hi to Teresa or happy birthday to Teresa. She's the birthday girl today. I need to get on YouTube more often, C103. Well, hello, Guns Coast to Coast. How are you? Good to see you. I still can't comment on your videos or your live streams, brother. I try routinely. You misspelled that, privateer. There's no H. Y'all go check Privateer out. He does woodwork. He made me a ferro rod, a T-handle ferro rod. I've done a video about it. Oh, what's that been? 3 years ago, probably. How you doing? Becoming dangerous, Wayne? Yeah, Privateer made a ferro rod and sent to Becoming Dangerous too. Probably just a few months before he did mine. Yeah, Grateful Dead's okay. Uh, oh, what's the name of it? The favorite song? Give me a minute and I'll think of it. It's a song about like keep moving forward, but that's not the words. Yeah, I think that's what mine is with some channels. Outpost. I've run across a few channels that my comments don't show up on, like S2 Underground, and I've never said anything bad on that channel or anything. But my comments don't stay in the chat on those live streams. They don't show up. Oh, I can't think of that Grateful Dead song. How you doing, Rough Cut? Good to see you, brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, we had that conversation, Guns, and I don't know what it is. Have no idea. I guess YouTube just don't want me commenting on your stuff for some reason. All right, take care, Bug Out. Touch of Grey, that is it. Yes. It's actually one of my favorite songs. I'm not really into a whole lot of their other songs, but I like Touch of Grey real well. It makes sense. It resonates with my soul. Yeah. I still catch them when you do make them, Guns. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, Joe. Maybe I don't want to know. Your thing is frozen. How you doing, Yard Dog? I missed your comment, but somebody said hi to you. Thank you, Teresa, for keeping up with everybody. Oh, Joe's talking about his new knife. Gotcha. All right, see you, Widow. How you doing, Manifest? How you doing, Papa's Farm? Good to see you, brother. I like them radio scenario things you're doing on Friday. I'm behind. I don't think I caught the one last week. I need to go back and catch it. I do try to share them on my community. I like that shit. I was doing some shorts with the news clips out of what am I cooking this weekend. I'm gonna cook some steaks. I done some shorts with the news clips off of that Fallout game. I've never played it or anything, but I thought it was cool, and I just filmed the radio. You know, the radio on type thing. It was pretty cool. I thought I liked it. Thank you, Timber. Hey, Becoming Dangerous will vouch for me. Privateer has a wooden leg, doesn't he, Wayne? No, these are some beef steaks. A friend of mine, his daughter, they buy a whole beef every year, and they clean out their freezer, and he brought me a big old tote of stuff that was from last year, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's all vac sealed in good plastic, and I ate one yesterday morning, I think it was. Yeah, yesterday morning, and it tasted fine. It's not freezer burn or anything like that. A bunch of chuck roast in there, arm roast. Yeah, see, his wood leg got stuck in his deck. Yeah, potatoes mostly. There's that Palmetto Palmer. Hey, Palmetto, you can verify it. Privateer's got a fucking wooden leg, doesn't he? Oh yeah, that sounds cool, Wayne. Yeah, Papa's been doing some damn good shit. Chat's moving pretty quick on me now. Yeah, Palmetto's the science guy. Oh, you know he does, Palmetto. I'm out of onions. I never seem to grow me enough onions, it seems like. And I do lose some through the winter. He, he, he broke his ankle and they cut his leg off because it went gangrene. Tell the truth, Privateer. Now he had to carve him up a wooden leg in his wood shop. Y'all give me a minute here while I load my pipe. This thing's about due for cleaning. I have to clean it out all the time. Gets all gummed up. What's up, Elusive? Good to see you, brother. Always good to see you. Hope you're doing well out there. Hell yeah, Papa. Ain't nothing wrong with a hollow wooden leg. Nothing wrong with having a hook hand either. I just use black dirt and I put the ball in the ground with just the roots and maybe about that much above above the roots of the onion. And I don't plant them very deep. They seem to do pretty good. My big problem with growing onions is keeping the robins and shit out of them. They go out there and like to pull them up. I might have to start eating robins. I'm trying not to go completely barbaric on some of the animal life around here. How you doing, Demo Man Don? Yeah, I've got some scallions that grow wild around here. There goes Joe texting me, trying to interrupt my flow. Yeah, I put stakes out with the aluminum foil pie pans, and it seems like nothing really deters them. Yeah, I'm gonna try more of that. Letting things go into seed. I'm doing that with cabbage. I done that with cabbage just last year. Put a backwoods scarecrow up. Yep, I think that would scare them. King of the yard gnomes. He's saying he's got an inch taller on me, and maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I am a proud member of the Lollipop Guild. Do I pick? Yeah. I'm not going to read your text while you're texting me, Joe. Happy solar anniversary. Is today a solar anniversary? Or am I misunderstanding the term? Sorry. Yeah, I know, right, Papa? That's the way them Arkansas hillbillies are. They don't get out of the woods enough to know that there's better stuff than them out there. Kind of figured backwoods would show up. He's a good dude. Oh, I got you, Teresa. The solar cycle of your birthday. I got you. I'm a little slow sometimes. What'd Paul Meadows say? Well, yeah, I'd rather be in the Lollipop Guild than the Willy Wonkas. Hell yeah, Wayne. That's one of the best tools I ever bought was my Dremel tool. The night I bought it, I even bought the Walmart brand one. I forget what they're called in the reddish box because they were real cheap. It was like a Black Friday thing, and I bought one. I've never used it. I just brought it home and stuck it away for like post-apocalyptic emergencies type shit. Two is one and one is none. That's a right, elusive. Yeah, that's the same for me, Palmetto. I mean, my backup's a Chinese model, but you know, I've had good luck with a lot of Chinese Walmart shit, and I got a 110 wire welder I bought at Arbor Freight years ago, and it still works fine. I mean, I have a little issues with it, but it's nothing that's not fixable. That's right, privateer. Backwoods is probably lurking, to be honest with you. He's probably hearing everything everybody's saying. Well, you can enjoy that time, Joe. Yeah, when I was down at Hutch's, me and Backwoods was walking through some moss, and he went one direction around the leaf, and I went the other, and it took forever for us to fucking hook back up out there in all them leaves. That's a good tip, Papa. If you're lost and stranded and your cell phone about to die, leave a voicemail on your location, plans, and direction, or staying put. When your phone dies, voicemail still works. How you doing, Lady Smith? Good to see you. Yeah, I went down there this year, Elusive. Had a real good time. All the gentlemen that were down there were good men. I appreciate all of them. All right, Tim Skeleton, you take care. Stay safe, brother. Well, if things work out right, I'll be down there next year. He just lives 3 hours south of me. He occupies the southern side of the Missouri, and I occupy the northern side of the Missouri River. You're having a slow moment? I have them all the time. Somebody hunted a giant bear. What's that say? Screw that. Use a paper clip and some silk and go to the bush and get hunted by a giant bear, right? That's a good movie. The paper clip was a bad idea. I mean, it was with that bend and everything in it. I think that would cause it in reality not to work. That concept not to work, and that's why it's good to always have a sewing kit on you in all your gear. I got one sitting here holding up my phone. I got a bunch of these years ago for like a dime. Just a little sewing kit. It's got needles in it, and I make sure I got one in everything. I mean, it's not the greatest thread, but it is a sewing kit. I wouldn't be afraid to stitch my arm up if it got I wouldn't be afraid to stitch my leg up if I cut my leg open trying to carve a spear. Palmetto, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, manifest. Here's my off-grid hand crank sewing machine I just got maybe a month ago. I'm really getting into the sewing thing. I think most everybody probably seen my new pouch I made. If you want to see the pouch again, let me know. I'll re-show it. I showed it in a live stream the other day, and I made a short of it. You want to see it, Sophia? All right. Give me just a second. It's on belt. I got to take it off here. Just want to let you know that so you know I'm not doing anything inappropriate. All right. See you, Palmetto. All right. This is my old cat tourniquet pouch I showed just a minute ago. It's an old military canvas. Got a hole in it there, and the back across here is ripped off a couple times. I have sewed it back together. But that's where the belt goes through, and when it rips off, it don't want to stay on your belt. So I made another one. This is just out of a duffel bag I cut up for the material. I don't like the Velcro. I got to order some snaps and stuff before I really start making things. The strap on the back for the belt is the seat belt out of my old Ford Explorer, and it's all double material too. It's not just the duffel bag material. I doubled it up on everything, and on the sides, I done that cross stitching, whatever you call it, just to try it out. They do that in case you get a hole, it don't tear all the way. It's supposed to be like ripstop. Yeah, it turned out all right because I didn't measure. I just eyeballed everything. The pieces off the duffel bag was already square and in long strips, so I folded it in half and made my whole pouch so that this and the back and this here is all one piece. And I used the same material on the sides. I just folded it the other way, and this edging stuff come off of an old Ozark trail chair. I went through and cut it all off with the razor blade, cut the threads, then re-sewed it on here. I got to work on my stitching. I mean, I'm not the best stitcher. I got to get better on that. So I think it's pretty durable. I've been wearing it for a week or two. I don't remember. But I'll definitely get better at it. I enjoy it. I need to take more time and start doing it. Still wear the same size jeans as in high school. Me too. Thank you, Loretta. The very first thing I put together was this bag. And I just made it out of a piece of sailcloth. It's canvas. I got an old ship sail here. And I just cut it out as square as I could and flipped it around. Off. It was inside. You sew with it inside out. And I just slam, slam, slam. I was mostly just playing with the machine. And I put a lid on it. I got to make a snap to hold it shut. It's nothing fancy. But that was my first piece, just playing around with it. I don't know what I'll put in that pouch. Yeah, it does, privateer. Yeah, I'm big on that. Me and Hutch talked about like a branding, giving it a name for the community. And we come up with calling it Scavcraft. Because, you got bushcraft, you got all this homesteading, whatever. And we decided we're going to call it Scavcraft. I'm going to try to get to doing more videos about stuff like that, putting on. I get through this back issue, I'll have a little more time. Well, let me know what size you need there, Steph, and I can make you up one. I'll take my time and make sure the stitching looks good. Yeah, it's kind of the way I am, Papa, but, if I do it for somebody else, I do want it to look kind of nice. That's the same here, Timber Outpost. My building's built all out of salvage stuff. Even the tin on it was mostly cover sheets on job sites. When they bring a big bundle of tin for a roof or something, they always put cover sheets on top so the good metal doesn't get scratched or damaged. And I saved a bunch of that, especially the brownish and charcoal, any earth tone stuff. And that's what I put on the outside of the building. And I bought some seconds tin off of the Amish where they make tin, and it'll have a scratch in it or something, and you can buy it for like half price. So I did buy some green and a couple pieces of brown just to finish up the tin. Thank you, Loretta. I really need to turn this whole Scavcraft thing into some kind of something that's going to produce an income for me. I would like to. I don't want anything free from anybody, but I would like to start making some stuff and try to market it. Everybody tells me I should. Oh, I've got a couple 12 points. My best one is a 11 point. I've probably got 20, 30 racks around this place. I've got a bunch outside, and the rats or mice or squirrels or something get up on them, and they chew them down. What's up, Pilgrim? How are you, brother? I think they said it's squirrels mostly that eat them racks and stuff for the calcium. Hell yeah. Scavenge materials the way to go. The the only couple things I bought new for this place is the insulation. I bought R19 insulation when I sold my house in Iowa. That's been 7, 8 years ago. And my torque screws. I use 3.5 and 4-inch torque screws on everything. And I put a lot of torque screws into this place. And when you're doing projects by yourself, the screws just work out better. I mean, trying to hold a board up and, beat a nail in one person, especially when you're a yard gnome, it's kind of tough. And I really like using screws, and I can reuse them. The green ones, I buy the green ones, and I don't have really any problems with them snapping off. I've reused a ton of them around here. My old house next door, I'd done a bunch of remodeling to it and used all screws. And I went back and been taking the good material out, the lumber and stuff, and the screws, and I save all them. But being they've been used once, they're not in anything that's real structural in here in my building. I still use them on these projects, like this. This is my sewing station. These are 2-seater posts, go up to the ceiling, and the counter is part of my old bar out of the old house. It was 3/4-inch cabinet grade plywood. I think that's what it was. What's up, Hutch? We was talking about you a while ago. I was blaming you for my rib problems from all the coughing I did when I was down at your house. Thank you, Hutch. I don't know what got said, but thank you. I know you got wisdom. Yeah, I said his name 3 times. If any of y'all, I think most everybody in the chat's subscribed to Hutch, but if you're not, you need to go over and subscribe to him. He puts out some good words sometimes. I know, Hutch. I was already coughing bad when I got there. My back was hurting, but I think that's when the whole thing really got set off. Not your fault. Yeah, American Roadrunner, I am a pirate. There's several of us in this chat. We're Goonies. Yeah, my buddy Granddad, him and his brother, they smoke like Hutch does. Sit down and smoke a whole joint by himself. When I hang out with them guys, I just get plumb obliterated. Ruins my day. I mean, I have a good day, but I don't get much done. I'm kind of the opposite as Hutch. The more I smoke, the less I do, it seems like. No, but there was a bunch elusive. I mean, Hutch might have tallied it. I didn't. Yeah, I end up munching out and end up laid down somewhere watching movies on my phone or watching Walking Dead or something. Welcome to the chat, American. I used to be that way when I was younger, privateer. It's not in me anymore. If I'm around a bunch of friends, I can smoke and work, but when I'm by myself, I don't know. I don't have enough self motivation or anymore, or what. You know, if I smoke too much, it ruins my day. I have to go at times and limit myself and only smoke in the afternoon. If I've got a bunch of important shit I've got to get done, I have to kind of step away for a few hours. It's like I went up the incline of tolerance, and then I hit a certain age or something, and I start going back down. Kind of like Benjamin Button. I'm growing backwards. I get you, Roadrunner. Good to see you. How you doing, Mark Lagone? That's right, a bag of Cheetos. Or a bag of fudge rounds. Or, I mean, a box of fudge rounds. Bag of Doritos. It feeds the ADHD. I don't know if I have that. I've never took a test for it. Oh, I've had to quit a few times over the years for certain jobs. Sometimes when you want to make good money, you got to step away. But I prefer this backwoods life where I live. The economy sucks sometimes. But I got 4 deer this year. Granddad's got a freezer out there at his shop that he let me plug in. I got deer meat out there. I got rabbit. I got catfish. Thank you, C103. If I knew how to do it, I'd drop a link. Any of you mods in there, you can feel free to share people's links if you want. I ought to make Teresa a moderator. She's real good about doing all that. She's very helpful. I'll see, privateer. It's all in your head, brother. It used to make me really paranoid, and I don't really get paranoid anymore. I reached a point of I don't care anymore. I'm good and loaded, yeah. I started to load my pipe a while ago, and I think I might have already smoked it. I don't remember. Which one's a good channel name there, Aid? Yeah, I like that name too. Timber Drifters Outpost. It's like Michigan Outpost. I always liked his name. I do have enough for a feast for months. Yeah. Let me see if I can do that while I'm on here. Oh, I can. Look at there. There you go, Teresa. Make a comment. I got one other I want to make for sure. I'll probably add some more mods later. And it ain't that I like one person over the other so much. I just know I want people that's going to handle things in a wise way. I'm not into censorship. You can about say whatever you want, but I won't handle perversions and pedophilia and racism. And that's racism towards any race. If you're black and hate white people, you're a racist. All right, I'll definitely keep that in mind, Roadrunner. What did I need dropped? What do you mean? Oh, somebody's link? You can put Hutch's link up there. You can share any links of any channels that you want, Teresa. Since YouTube took that thing away from us a few years ago where we can't click on people's and go to their account, it kind of sucks when you want to sub to people. Yeah, just any links like to Hutch's channel and yeah, drop Hutch's link for sure. Yeah, Teresa is a good mod. Well, we're going to throw some love at you today, Hutch. How you doing, JD Prepping? Yeah, I try to remember names I want to go look up to find their channel, and sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. Well, Privateer, I told you a long time ago to sub to Hutch. You're running behind there, brother. It's because of that peg leg you wear. Y'all go sub to Privateer. Privateer, you can drop your link if you want to. He does woodwork. If you can ignore all the babble, he does decent wood projects. I'm just joking, Privateer. Well, there's a reason you can't drop pics, Privateer. Okay, I didn't know that. No, I'm in my Survivalist outpost building. It's a 3-story tall building. I built it all out of recycled stuff and lumber that I've cut out of the woods. I cut all my walls for out of live edge boards for the inside wall board. You're a little slow, Privateer. No, I probably won't do a whole tour of it. I might do sections of it. I just really don't want anybody knowing the whole layout of my building and the way things flow in here. It's kind of private, and it's part of my security and defenses too. I'm kind of careful how I show what I show. I'll show bits and pieces of it. Like last year over there at that section is where I was building lamps. After I get it became a junk area where I was piling stuff, and I started cleaning it up about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. When I get it cleaned up, I'll probably do some videos over there. You can see more of the walls and the way things are. Thank you, JD. I need to get back to making a few. I don't know. I could see the links that Teresa was dropping. I can see them here on my phone. All I got's an Android phone. So, how you doing, Ronnie Braun? I don't know what your retracted message was. Well, I probably am an alien. That's possible. That is very possible there, Cyrus. And welcome aboard. Yar. Well, it's like I talked to you, Privateer. I got to find somebody that can help me market this shit. I just don't know enough about it all to do it. Yeah, my whole building's a man space, pretty much. We're half. I don't know what that means. How you doing, Willow? I'm doing pretty good. How are you today? Welcome aboard. We're just a bunch of Goonies here. Yeah, I'm 21 and holding. I wish. No, sir, Aid. I haven't sold any. I've had a bunch of people tell me different prices I can get out of them, and I should try selling them. Uh, I'm working on it with a couple people that's consulting me on how to market this, and I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to marketing. I'm more the kind to go set up at a flea market type of person, and we don't really have flea markets up here. Kind of one of my long-term plans was, since I got a trailer to pull behind my 84 K5 Blazer, was to haul stuff down towards Hutch's area. When I went down there, there was flea market signs everywhere, and find one of them where I could go down once a month or every weekend, whatever. And once people get to know that I'm there, that, and they tell other people about it, because it's a certain niche that people would like my stuff, and uh, I think over time I could grow a pretty good business out of it. That was kind of my plan. Things kind of went to shit this fall. I'm thinking that this year is going to pick back up and get back on the right track. Thank you, Papa. Yeah, for the right person that could consult me and get me set up on where I could start marketing stuff online, I would definitely be willing to cut them in on the shares of it. Yeah, that's kind of stuff I want to do. There's nothing like that up here. I live in Nowhereville. I have to drive a county away just to find a small Walmart. Well, I didn't really hold my breath. I just figure what's going to be is going to be. I was totally surprised that their choice didn't win, because, the way they done in 2020, how they shadily stole that one. I figured the same thing was going to happen, and I was totally surprised. And being they've done all this stuff and she didn't win, it makes me even suspicious of what's going on. I'm just that kind of person. I'm glad he's back. I'm still suspicious, though. I voted for him. I hope he does the things that he said he's going to do and all that. And I think he's somewhat trying. I don't know where that is, Rooster. My condolences, Willow. Always sucks to lose somebody you love. Okay, Sassy, you have a good day and stay safe, sister. Yeah, KC would be an option. I am really a backwoods hermit, y'all. In the 30-some years, I've only been to Kansas City maybe a half a dozen times altogether. A dozen would be pushing it. I don't even remember how many, but I haven't been down there that much. I do most local trade. I have a philosophy that I used to push real heavy 20 years ago, that buy local, the recovery begins at home. That's a statement that come out of the 80s when the farm crisis and all that happened. And trying to convince people that's just been ridiculously impossible. That's the reason why Walmart got big and mom and pop went out of business years ago. We haven't had a local grocery store in my county for, I'll bet, 15 years. We got a Dollar General now, but it's just that Dollar General stuff. And I'm not too good to eat it, but they don't really have options there. I fried it in lard, turning guns. Trump did that, Papa? Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Rooster, for the suggestion. It's something I need to, expand my worldview on and get out away from Nowhereville, America. Some that's part of my downfalls. I'm here and there's nothing here, and I need to go myself and explore. That's mostly what this year is going to be if things work out right. And Hutch has this co-op thing that some of us have been involved in and talking about, and I think it's a good concept. I'm gonna do things to work financially to help get that started maybe this year. I'll probably drag out my old Harley and clean it up and finish it up and sell it. I got I don't know, it's a 71, 72, 73, somewhere in there, Ironhead. It's bored out 1100 on a hardtail frame chopper. I bought it as a project years ago when I had my other Harley, and I've had 7 Harleys, and I've just never finished it. It's like a 72 or 73 Ironhead on a hardtail frame chopper. Punched out 1100. And it sits really low to the ground. I mean, there's only about that much clearance between the kickstand bracket and the highway. And the way these roads are around here, I'd hate to ride it up these blacktops. I even went to taller tires on it to try to offset that some, and it helps them because it used to really be low. You couldn't even roll it through a door because of the threshold. It was that low. I don't know why anybody had built something that low. How you doing, Rabid? I don't know if I said hi to you. Yeah, it'll fire up. I've got to finish the brake system on it and clean it up. There's a few little things I got to finish up on it. I don't know. Email me. My email is blackoakmission58777@gmail.com. And if you forget, it should be in my community tab. It's over there. Some people can see it, some people can't. Email me. We'll discuss some prices there, American Roadrunner. I'll send you some pictures. It's been a couple of years since I posted any pictures of it on my community. It's covered with dust and stuff right now. It sits downstairs. Yeah, I'm suspicious that I was suspicious anyway, but when he chose Elon Musk, that made me really leery. I know what Elon Musk is all about. And, he's into the Neuralink and putting us all into that hive mind thing. And they've announced this Stargate thing. I don't remember all the details on it, but I do remember it makes me feel creepy. And there's just things that don't make me feel right. Hell yeah. That's a good one, American. I've never had an 883, but I've seen a lot of them around. Well, I'm honestly probably not going to ride a hardtail ever again with things just the way they are on my back. But as long as I can maintain some ability to go out and work, I'm cool with that. But I don't think sitting on that thing very long would jive with me. 10 years ago, I bought it in 2013. And I hadn't realized old age was coming. And I'm not like immobile and unable to do anything. I don't mean it that way, but I can just tell you, last 3 or 4 years, I've really noticed a change in a lot of things in my body. But the doctor says I'm healthy. My cholesterol all came back good. Said my lungs sound real good, which surprised me. Yeah, I'm not into all that, Rooster. And Elon's about all that, and I'm just, Elon's gotten pretty close with Trump, it seems like. Just makes me really suspicious. I hear you, Rent-A-Ghost. Rock on, buddy. And welcome. I've never seen your name. Well, thank you for stopping in and coming aboard. Feel free to hang around anytime. Most everybody's welcomed here. Well, maybe Elon's switching up some of his mindset on the electric car thing. I don't know. Hell yeah, Rabbit. I'd like to see them. If you want, tag me in them so I'm sure to see them. Yeah, I've had a bike since I was 17. Same here, Papa. They can take that shit and shove it. No, Sir Rooster, I'm 54. I'll throw you a middle finger, too, just for the hell of it. I don't get offended about my age, my eye. There ain't a whole lot really offends me. I don't like it when people start trying to talk down to you, though, like you're an idiot. That kind of rubs me the wrong way. Yes, sir, American Roadrunner. Gen X. You're doing pretty good, Rabid. Yeah, I've lived a lot of years on the back of a scooter. Welcome back, Sophia. '71 Model A. I don't know what that is. That's right, Papa. That's something this country needs to learn is respect. And I'm not talking about the bro thing, flipping each other shit. There's just a lot of not respecting other people in a conversation or debate. That's why I avoid most of that kind of stuff. There ain't no sense in it. Yeah, I noticed it about 4 years ago. Some things started changing. Yes, sir. V1NX, NYX, real pirate. 71 Model A Ford. I've never heard of it either, Roadrunner. Is Backwoods in here? How you doing, Backwoods, if you're in here? I ain't seen your chat. Yeah, I'm a 71 Model. I'm a 1970 Haas. Yes, sir. I'm 1970. Yeah, I like them old steam engines. What's up, Backwoods? How you doing, brother? We was talking some smack on you a little bit ago. I told him about when I was down there at Hutch's and me and you was walking through the moss out back, and we got to that one leaf and you went one way and I went the other, and we got lost out in the leaves. Had to set fire to the leaf pile so Hutch could come find us. Send out smoke signals. A 65 Chevy. Hell yeah. That's right, Sophia. Dad's moving really fast. We're just a bunch of yard gnomes. Sorry, I'm missing a lot of chats. Thank you, Teresa. Backwoods puts out some decent content if you can handle somebody yelling at you. Well, I don't think they're fans. They're just people like-minded, and we all get along well, so we hang out. I don't look at YouTube as sub count and fans and all that. I just want to be around real good people, real people. All right, I'll try to watch you there, Backwoods. Hey, if you remember, send me a text and tell me you're going live in case I'm watching the Goonies or Walking Dead or something and not paying attention. If you would, please, sir. Love to watch you. Snipe hunting. Absolutely. You don't reach manhood till you go snipe hunting. Yeah, we're family. It's good to have family. Honestly, the only family I got other than my sister is what's right here on YouTube. And I didn't have that until I ran into Hutch. I really appreciate that, brother. Yeah, I've heard about elusive snipe hunt. Hi, Frankie. Good to see you. Hi, Elsa. Good to see you, too. That's no problem, Gen X. That's why I did it. I knew you needed to be a part of something real. You're not going to find real over there in Canadian Preppers comment section. Yeah, check out Papa's. That's he does them radio scenarios. Pretty cool shit. I won't tell the whole story Backwoods about us stumbling around out there in the moss and leaves. Some things stay between the bros, you know. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Board stretcher. Pilgrim is stable. He's a good brother. Well, the Altoids 10 survival kits are cool. I mean, if you want to have one in your purse or your pocket or whatever you carry with you every day, it's okay. But I really think a person ought to advance beyond that in their preparations. You can you can set you up a survival pouch and something like this that'll sustain you a lot better than an Altoids tin. I actually been thinking about doing an old hobo daily carry tin video, the Prince Albert can. I just haven't got around to it. Which pack you talking about, Sophia? Try to turn this around here, we'll see it. That's my get home bag, bug out bag. It's like from the 60s. It's a pretty cool bag. This is an old, I don't know, I got this when I was doing disaster relief down at Hurricane Michael. It's a low pro bag. I think it might have been head shears, but there wasn't nothing in it, and I grabbed it, and I use it for one of my night vision. I got several night vision. These are my Russian night vision. They were called the Nighthawk. They're okay for the price. I think these were like $100. I've had them for over 20 years. They're pretty, I mean, they're decent if you don't have any night vision. I'm showing you the bags because I recycle stuff. This is one of my other night visions. This is just the Walmart one for like $130. It's pretty decent. I mean, not everybody can afford to run out and buy some PVS 14s, you know, or something better. And for a lot of situations, stuff like this will work just fine for you, I believe. It does put off the light signature, you know, the illuminator. And other night vision can see you. That's a tactical problem if you're in a really hostile tactical situation. I keep it in a plastic bag just to help keep moisture out of it when I'm out and about doing stuff. The old bag is just a shaving bag, like a man's shaving kit. I plan on painting them this year. I'm not fond of leaving stuff black. Black stands out real big underneath night vision. I don't have any of my other ones here on this table to show you. Hey, Backwoods, look at this tiny horn. If you're still there. That's right, Hutch. Skills over stuff. Okay, I'll bring some of my goods down there. We'll do some bartering or something. No, this didn't come from Missouri. When he was running from the south, and he was running hard. And I'm thinking he came from Arkansas. Look at this little goat, Backwoods. I don't know how well you can see it. I use it to hang pulleys and shit on. And hell, his two horns wasn't even close to being the same. I get my phone propped back up here so I can appear to look normal. The old can. The Prince Albert can. Is that what you was talking about? Yeah, I'm a firm believer. You don't have to go out and spend a bunch of money on all this high dollar gear and shit. I've been doing this since 1984. I don't have really anything that's a couple of my tack vests are authentic shit, but um, I have made so much of my stuff. I use old military surplus stuff. I really want to. Where's that pouch at? This is an old ammo pouch for I think the M1 Garand. It's either the M1 Garand or the M14. I don't remember, but it's really heavy, thick canvas, and I would like to get some material like that in all my salvaging. I will at some point buy new materials, but like that sail I was telling y'all I had, it's off of a ship. It's that tan, just like my backpack, and I'm gonna make some packs out of it. They're gonna be some badass packs. I've got the plan all up here. Oh, I lost chat. I missed a bunch of chat, y'all. Sorry. Hell yeah, Rabid. We set up our own post-apocalyptic fucking trade fair right there. Who has a YouTube channel? Frankie Fitness. Okay. Hi, Cha Cha. Hell yeah. I was watching John Shrek McPhee, the sheriff of Baghdad. He's like a tier 1 badass. Got a really great personality, kind of like Chris Farley. And over in Iraq, he had an ammo pouch that he carried his 1911 in on a rig up here. Sup, hillbilly? I didn't see you, but everybody's saying hi to you. That's a wonderful idea, Cha Cha. Yeah, I haven't tried to order anything like that stuff. This is that duffel bag material. It was actually like a tent bag. Like tents come in, one of the heavier ones. I found it on the highway. I picked it up out of the ditch. And it's pretty good material, especially doubled up. I think it's competitive with stuff that's on the market, the high dollar shit. I think I must be in top chat and Papa, and there's no options I found on here to change it over, I guess. I haven't found them. I tried last time I was live streaming, and I guess I need to do a live stream and set it to private and do it and see if I can figure it out or something. If I'm missing comments that are important, please put them in all caps, or somebody tell me pull my head out of my ass or something. I see, Sophia. I don't have them 3 little dots up there backwoods. That's what I looked for. They're not on my display here. Bottom left, clear talking bubble. I've got like a square thing with a little dot in it. Is that what you're talking about? Ah, that's it. Thank you, Hutch. Yeah. Hutch is a good brother. Yeah, I'm in top chat. Oh, I'm in all chat now. I've repented of my communism. That's cool stuff. Start over now. I don't know if I've got the brain width for it. Okay, I should see Hillbilly. Yeah, I haven't been seeing Hillbilly's chats at all. Hi, Hillbilly, brother. It happens like that, backwoods. Yeah, I don't do Facebook. I thought that square thing with the little bubble was one of them like Comcast things, because I had something that looked kind of like that on another thing, and I hit it, and it got me off into some other stuff and kind of irritated me. So that's what I just figured it was. I punched everything else on here. I ended up with sections out of my live stream posted like so many minutes stuff. I had to go back and delete that shit out of my video list. I'm ready for this warm weather to hit. It's supposed to be in the 30s here today. I just built a small fire this morning. It was 39 here on the second floor this morning. It's like 75 up in my loft. I'm just not going to go through a bunch of firewood heating the whole building if I don't have to. I know it, backwoods. You know, when I was younger, I loved this shit. And I just dread winter. For the last few years, I just dread it. I don't mind it if I'm sitting in the loft looking at it on the security cameras or something like that. Well, they have to keep it warmer out there in Maryland, privateer. Y'all can't handle the stuff we get out here. Sorry about your ear infection, Sophia. Hope you get better. Yeah, I split my own wood. And Texas. Yeah, y'all are like a whole nother country down there. Yes, I've been in Missouri since 1991. I've owned property here since 1991. I have left a couple times for a year or two to go do other things just because you need to make money and there's not a whole lot of options around here. The self-employment thing, doing odd jobs and shit, seems to have really dried up a lot. I don't know if it's that economy we've been under the last 4 years or what, but it's like that market's changed. Maybe people will start hiring you out for odd jobs more now, or hiring me out. That'd be okay. That sucks. That's cool, Gen X. Chat's moving. I hope you feel better, Rooster. Yeah, that's what I was telling you last night. I think y'all are fairly comparable to us as far as climate. You probably get a little more cold blast being you're a lot closer to the ocean. Arkansas is a decent state. Yeah, I don't think I could ever live in Illinois. I have a real problem with socialism. I have a real problem with people telling me what the fuck to do. Well, it's good that you made it through it, Rooster. Well, Missouri's better turning guns. You should have known the answer to that. How you doing, King? And no, you can't see my eye, but thank you for coming and welcome aboard. How you doing, Brandon Lowry? I don't remember if I said hi to you. Yeah, Arkansas's better. Go there. Well, we don't have a helmet law here in Missouri anymore, if I remember correctly. It seems like we abolished that tyranny. See, Missouri was a Democrat stronghold up until like 2000. And all the good old boys got off their asses out in the countryside, and we took the state back. Is pretty much what happened, because the cities were telling us what the fuck and everything else, and we didn't like the direction they were trying to take us. The acoustics of the banjo sound better coming from Missouri. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, I knew it'd been quite a while, Hutch. Yeah, Chicago's a shithole. Well, Gen X, if you got it in you and you can muster up all the strength that it would take you to get through it out here where we're at, we would welcome you if you wanted to come out here. But it's not for the faint of heart here. Yeah, Californians ought to just stay where they're at. That's the same way it is here backwoods. We have Democrats here, but they don't really have any pull or say so. I went to do a survival consultation in Vermont back in like 05 or 06, and I had to travel through Illinois and New York both with stuff that was not legal in them two states. And New York was a long trek running east to west. Yeah, so is shithole St. Louis and Columbia. We've done pretty good here in Missouri at holding our ground and keeping the Republican vote the majority. The big thing that set that off was the concealed carry years ago. And they tried a couple times to get concealed carry passed here in Missouri, and it kept getting knocked down by the cities and their vote. And that's what got all the country boys off their ass to get out and start voting again. Yeah, I like David Allen Coe. Who we talking about here? Who got the peg leg? I missed it. Are you talking about Privateer and his peg leg? All right, later, Gen X. Stay safe, brother. Well, it depends what kind of attitude you got when you get to the border there. If you're nasty, we may just take all your shit and tell you go away. What's up, Steve Dibley? Aye, aye. South Bend, Indiana. That's where Gen X is from, Brandon. Oh, I got you, Rabid. Oh, somebody asked me a while ago about my sewing machine. I got sidetracked. Bought it off Amazon for like 120 bucks. It's pretty badass. It has a walking foot for your material so you don't have to shove it through, and it's pretty badass. I think every survivalist should have one. Am I still alive? Well, if you see me, I'm still alive, brother. Yeah, them are antlers behind me. I got a bunch of them around here. I do all European mounts. I haven't had anything stuffed. The only thing I ever had stuffed was this years ago. Oh, hit the wrong thing. See if I can find it here in the background. You can see it there. A pheasant. And if I had that to do over, I would not have it. I would not do it again. Absolutely, Rabid. Yeah, it's just a hand crank wheel. Yeah, it wouldn't be no problem to set it up on a treadle. And eventually that's probably something I'm going to do. Or I may set it up on a 12-volt DC motor, because I have a solar system here and I can power it straight on my battery bank with a rheostat switch that I can, fast, slow, stop, whatever. Well, there's nothing wrong with your sisters there, backwoods. Don't knock us. That's what makes us so smart. I had to tell a Californian a couple weeks ago that that's what keeps us red here. We like breeding our sisters and our cousins. Yeah, hit me up sometime, Steve. My email's in my about section. Shiv, why you here? What do we got? Oh, Grandpa, when will you die? Well, I'll just let you know right now, I was at Masada in 73 AD, little boy, and I plan on being on this rock a whole lot longer. How about that shit? Oh, it's cool. You're welcome to hang around, buddy. Your opinion don't bother me at all. Well, I have to take credit for that one, Hutch. Yeah, Shiv, I know Jesus personally. I hope you do as well. Might want to take a little bit of spelling classes there, especially when you're screaming it at me. Well, could you see a tree grow or a Negro? All right. I don't know where you're trying to go with that, Dat. Hey, would one of you mods remove that? I think he's getting a little uh, racial there. Don't be Don't be being nasty over here. Make you walk the plank, son. How you doing, Tina? Yeah, I did say it. Thank you, Hutch, privateer. You can come here and be cool, and I ain't nobody gonna knock you for what you believe, but you don't use racial shit. You don't talk about fucking things underage. You probably already got my live stream smashed anyway because you got me to say that word. So, fuck you. Well, there's a good chance of that backwoods. Y'all hold on just a minute. I got to take a leak. Thank you for your patience. How you doing, Ronnie? I think I said hi to you earlier. I don't remember. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, fuck racism. Tell you a little bit about me. I've got a son in the Philippines. I've got nieces and nephews that are part of the Eastern Band of the Cherokee and the Catawba Indians. My last girlfriend was a black Japanese woman. Yeah, I ain't got no time for that horse shit over here. I won't tolerate it from any race. Thank you for you mods that's smashing that shit. Thank you, Univore. Welcome aboard. How you doing, King? Hope you're doing well. Welcome aboard. Yes, sir. I got good mods here. Thank you, Cha-Cha. I can't read your name because it's in a foreign language, but no, I won't show you my eye. No, King, I'm not going to take my patch off. That's kind of private, don't you think? That's almost like asking me to see my drawers. I just don't know you like that. Buffering. Sorry. Hell, my phone might be getting ready to die. Seems like live streams eat up a phone's charge pretty quick. Welcome aboard, Camping Cage Free. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Yes. Arg, matey. You're a scurvy lot, the bunch of you. Hutch hit him with the big hammer. Well, I actually did have a pirate up until about 2010. Me and him was the same age. And I had a baby, and the parrot was kind of mean and bite things and stuff. So I got rid of the parrot. I didn't want him biting my little girl's fingers off. You know, she was an infant. And I got rid of him. He was a nasty, vile bird. He said lots of nasty stuff, and he talked that way before I ever got him. He didn't even like men when I got him. He liked women. And as soon as I got him, if you're going to troll, be original and funny. That's right. But I got this parrot, and he'd try to bite you and stuff. And when I first got him, he was there on a perch, and I reached over, and he was squawking, saying shit, and he snapped at me. And when he did, I took my hand and whopped him on top of the head like that. And I had to do that like 3 times, and he chilled the fuck out with me. I could stick my arm out like this, and he would walk up my arm and come up here and sit on my shoulder. Yeah, world's full of them kind, Papa. I got good mods in here. Thank you, Sophia. I didn't even see what he said. Did the chat stop or what? Quit moving there. I've got an old carpenter toolbox. It's probably about 3 foot long by, I don't know, maybe 16 inches wide and, 16 inches deep maybe. It's got a wooden tray that goes in the top of it. And I got a whole bunch of wood carpenter tools, like the brace and bed augers and just almost everything that they used back then. I need to get it out and do a video on it sometime. You get them, Hutch. Well, I'm okay with however long my life lasts. If it's a day from now or 10 years from now or 20 years from now, either way, it's all good. Ain't that the truth, Sophia? Hell, most of them aren't bothering me. I'll leave it up to y'all's discretion to bust the fucking dumb shit. racism and any kind of perversions. Definitely got to go. If any of that shows up. I'm smoking some old Max painkiller. Some stuff I grew. It was last year, one branch on a Jack the Ripper morphodided and pollinated the other strains. Uh-oh, Sophia got in trouble. And this one here was a cross between Jack the Ripper and Alien Candy is what this is. And I don't know if somebody's already made that kind of strain, but I'm claiming it as my own. And the seeds out of this were pollinated back with I think it was an A10, because one of my seeds turned male, and I caught it just as soon as it turned. So I ended up with a few seeds. I mean, it's not like real seedy, but I think out of them there, I'll have a new strain. See how it works out. No, all mine smells more like a pine tree. I didn't get anything skunky this year. I've still got some of Hutch's badass stuff over there in a jar. I've had a few samples from different people given to me, and I keep them in a jar in different cellophanes, and they're marked. That's like special occasion weed over there. Here, I'll show it to you. Gotta show receipts. Yep, this is for everybody, but especially the Missouri bunch in here. There's a guy here in Missouri on YouTube, and we text and stuff. We talk, and he's real big into CB radios, and he knows how to set them up to get long distance communication out of them. And I'm trying to get him to come to the meetup that Hutch has, and a bunch of us get CBs and get set up to where we can communicate with CBs. I mean, the way he talks, I could talk to Backwoods. Backwoods is down in Arkansas, and I should be able to talk to him according to what this guy says he can do with them. So something to keep in mind if y'all are interested. I don't know, Kenneth, it's on CBs, just like the old school CBs. Well, new school, he obviously has new stuff. He sends me pictures and stuff and videos of him talking to people. He was talking to somebody in like Washington State the other night, a couple weeks ago or something. But if you can do that with a CB, that's free communication. Yeah, I need to upgrade to something newer, something better, Rabid. I will if things hold together. Most of my CBs are old school. I even got some old tube style home bases. I've done a video on them a while back. Camping cage free. You'll have to subscribe to Hutch Homestead. Teresa, if you could drop his link or any of the mods. He's the one who heads it up. So you have to keep tabs on that over there at his place. I think it's in June. That's right. Everybody read what Hutch is saying there. I need to pin that. I seen a thing a while ago that said I could pin comments. It's not going to interfere with anybody's chat. Let's see this. Oh. Yeah, we ain't fucking around with nobody and their bullshit over here. Well, let me address that, Papper. I happen to have 3, and it is a real condition. So, go with what you got, buddy. But on the other hand, let's not be just bombarding people with what you believe. This is America, and we have to learn to accept other people for who they are and what they believe too, for real freedom to actually work. And that's what we're about, is freedom. If that makes sense. It made sense to me just now. Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And we all want our life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. But one thing we got to get back to is allowing the other guy to have his too. And to keep our nose out of his fucking life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. We can fucking vote and do all the things we want, trying to make change up there. But if we're not making these changes in our personal lives, in our communities and stuff, we are failing. And it doesn't matter who gets in up there. It's always going to be the same fucking mess. Backwoods. I'm missing out on some good insults here. Let me scroll back up. Well, that's possible, Sophia. His other one just didn't drop. I'm making a cloak. That's what ended me up in this part of the building, is I come in here to mess with some stuff on it. I made the hood. I don't know if you can see that. It's going to be, one side of it's going to be a white for like winter camo. Big enough that it'll cover your pack and everything if you're out in bad weather. I think the other side, it's going to be a double layered one. I think I might use that tan canvas, and I can always paint some tiger stripes or something into it. Pap smear. Thank you, C103. How you doing, Fast Buck? Hello from Scotland. That's where my heritage is from. Yes, I'll make cloaks so people can trade them for a sword if need be. You should always have a sword. That's the context of that. Fuck the cloak if you ain't got a sword. I'm gonna make a hutcha cloak. I just hadn't figured out the pattern I'm gonna do for it. It's gonna be post-apocalyptic shit though. I don't care if you ever wear it. I'm gonna make you one. I got them Chinooks flying over again. I've been having a lot of Chinook helicopters flying over here lately. Yes, manifest. Sell your cloak and buy a sword. Yes, absolutely, Timber Outpost. If you've got swords, definitely have you a cloak. Well, you need a cloak, then, backwoods. It'll fit in with that yard gnome look. Trust me. Trust me, it works for me. How you doing, Anthony Crouch? Yeah, I like making my mind went blank, but weapons that you can use hand to hand. That's right, post-apocalyptic gear by Maccabeus. Who said that? Yes, privateer. I don't remember, Teresa. But thank you for being attentive. Yeah, Hutch's link is one I can remember. Yeah, I've got a couple of them oilskin dusters. I've got a nice one that Hutch gave me, and I've got an old one. It never was quite big enough for me. It came from a shorter yard gnome, and I have wore it some out in rainy weather and stuff, but it's just real tight, and it has some tears in it. And I think I'm gonna actually cut it up and use material out of it on other projects. That was part of what I was thinking about using to make Hutch's cloak with. To give it, I want to take several different patterns and sew it all together into like a post-apocalyptic camo look. Y'all check out them links that the folks are dropping there. You're having hot flashes backwoods? That's menopause. That's what I heard. I've been smoking a lot today. I started out my day smoking before I even had coffee proper. That's Hutch's fault. I've been smoking ever since. There's no way that I'm going to travel the post-apocalyptic wasteland without my oilcloth duster. Damn right, Timber Outpost. Yeah, menopause. I suggest you go out and try some out and buy what suits you. That's what I'm going to suggest. Yeah, what the fuck at television? That's a good channel. He's doing them radio scenario things. That's pretty good. You resemble the yard gnome comment. Well, we got our own lollipop guild here in this community, so well, that's cool, Clint. Act responsibly with them. Don't ever let them go to your head and think it gives you some kind of superpower over everybody else. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking there, Rabid. But, you know, everything's possible. I heard the other day that over in Pakistan, there's a version of like Facebook Marketplace. And some of the shit we left in Afghanistan, like an M4, is going for $400 on that marketplace in Pakistan. Night vision, all kinds of stuff just going dirt cheap on there is what I heard. And that was from somebody that's tier 1 connected. So I'm pretty sure it's true. Welcome back, Wayne. Wayne's a good channel. Teresa, Becoming Dangerous. I mean, all of them are. I mean, I don't know how to get everybody shared. I don't want to tie up Teresa that long, but everybody in the chat that puts out content, check them out. All right, Sophia, what are you saying that you're taking away? I pursued my gay friend to what? Come on. Really? Somebody tells that little homo to straighten up, Go back in the closet. I don't care what you sleep with, just you don't have to share it with all of us. I don't need to hear the Brokeback Mountain of Joe Morgan at all. Thank you, Sophia, whoever removed it. I think Hutch hit him too. I am me. Welcome. I don't know what IKK means. Anybody know what IKK means? Well, they're showing up in my chat, Teresa. I can see the links when you post them, and on other live streams when you share them. Most of the time, I can see them on there too. There was a little while they stayed white there for a week or so, but they went back to being blue, where they actually worked as links. So yeah, just go ahead and drop them. The ones that works for, it works for, and those that don't, it don't. Hutch is pretty easy to find. Hutch 2620. But if you're faint of heart or have sensitive ears, you might, you know, either grow a set of fucking balls and learn to suck it up or stay away. It's really not. Shane C was timed out by Privateer. Yeah, I didn't see his comment. Well, you know, everybody's got to do their part, Mark. That's the way the world rolls. It's helping keep that circle of the world turning. That's why we have mods. Well, that's cool. He ain't got a security detail now. Thank you, Lady Smith. You know, I was thinking about this last night. Putin wants him real bad. And if we turn him over to Putin, I'm betting he don't go to trial and end up in prison. I bet he'll end up working in a lab somewhere, developing gain of function like he was doing here. So I don't know that sending him over there to them's a really good idea. I think we ought to try him here for crimes against humanity and other things, and go from there, and just say Putin, well, we took care of it ourselves, because I think Putin would, any ruler of the world would. We done it with the Germans. That's how we got a lot of technologies. We brought German scientists that were working for them over here after we won. You know, they've been fighting and swapping scientists through the whole spy network between the Soviet Union and the U.S. You know, they flop sides like a catfish up there on the bank in the hot summer sun. And that's possible, Wayne. Yeah, we shouldn't even be paying him anything. I got to smoke some stuff that's just making me irritable. Exactly, Rooster. I'm really hoping Trump contests that and makes the justices look at it, because I think it could be struck down. Granddad's wife's a real big hotshot attorney, and that's what she was saying, that she didn't think that pre-pardon thing was going to stand from her legal perspective. But she's a state, lawyer, and things are different everywhere. I like it that Trump's still in Afghanistan and they got to give all that shit back to us. I want to see how that plays out. Like, if he's going to send the people in there, he ought to just start stacking up Marines and special ops people and just go in and do like we did in World War II, just clean house. And that's the only way I think we could win that war. I don't care how long they've been playing in them caves. I don't care how many generations of this and that they've been whipping. If we actually went in there with the will that we was going to fight a war, I think we could take Afghanistan. Might be high casualties, but, that's also part of war. We've lost our will in warfare to have casualties. And I'm not saying I want people to die, but it's part of the aspect of war. And that's what makes them battles and wars memorable, as a nation, is knowing the blood that was shed to get it. Oh, my machine bunched up. Got busy talking, put too much tobacco in it. Sometimes I'm a motard. Just sometimes. Not always. Exactly, Mark. That's the level of fighting force that we need to have, is the level we had at World War II. And I know we got technology now, but we got to be willing to go to the ground with it if we have to and just stomp ass. If we came so sensitive to the sights of war on our TVs, then we ought to just stay out of them wars. Exactly, Hutch. There's a lot of wars we don't even need to be in. But I think we ought to have a fighting force that's at that level if we ever have to. Because, there's always a big dog on the block, and, it's like China. At some point in time in the future, if everything holds together, I think China will make a move to be the big dog on the block. I could even see them conquering Russia. I'm honestly a little disappointed in Putin for the Russian military. I would have figured after 30 years of freedom that they would have developed a better military, a better military doctrine. There's a lot of the conflicts in the last 100 and some years that we should have been staying out of. They didn't really directly involve us. I'm not sold on the whole Pearl Harbor thing. I still respect the people we lost and all that, but I think it was government orchestrated, or they knew about it. It was all about money. They wanted to get us into that war. I think a lot of Russia's problem is their military doctrine. They're into that whole grind thing. Lock up in fucking trenches in front of each other and just grind on each other. Seems to be a mindset for them. I think it's pretty stupid when two countries think that they got something to resolve and line up in trenches in front of each other and just slaughter each other. It's kind of ridiculous. And, Ukraine might as well be part of Russia. I mean, realistically, I'm not on either side of that fight. I'm just kind of what I feel about it. Exactly, Wayne. Korea, Vietnam, all them we should have just stayed out of. Seems like every so many years we got to get involved in something to develop our military, though. I think the military industrial complex plays a big role in the way things go in this country. I was really disappointed. I haven't seen anything official. I'll have to wait till I'm on with Backwoods or something and he can tell what's been vetted or not. But that Trump cut off all foreign aid to everybody except for Ukraine and Israel. And that fucking irritates me. He definitely ought to shut it off to Ukraine. Both of them, but if they had to pick between the two, Ukraine needs to go. Ukraine's the one he needs to be telling, you give us all that shit back we've been giving you the last 4 years, or we're going to come in and occupy you. We'll rent you out to the Russians. We'll go pimp daddy on you. Quit sending all this money to everybody. I'm all for taking the Panama Canal back too. Whatever's got to be done there. Trump was saying 38,000 Americans died. We put the bill for it, and 38,000 Americans died building the canal. That thing should have never been gave away or sold for $1 or whatever it was. Well, we're rolling up on 3 hours here, y'all. I'm going to get off here in a couple minutes. Try to get something else accomplished before I eat and lose all motivation. Give y'all a couple minutes to say your goodbyes and anything you got to say. Thank everybody for coming. Thank you, mods, for handling business for me. Well, it seems the chat stopped, so I'm going to go ahead and close on out. All y'all have a good day. Stay safe.